So interesting. And it says Final Fantasy VII series. Oh.
They're like, you don't get access to any of that.
Nah. God damn, there's so much paper, or there's so much Mario shit. I'm looking for the Paper Mario.
Off coin.
Thank you for the 34 months, Dana. Thank you.
Okay.
Stab the wall and just snap into it.
Yeah, just hear the death noise for no reason. Dude, Jet, thank you for the 4 months. I want to buy some, like, is there any Paper Mario stuff that would be cool to buy, like
I've never seen
merch or like?
I've never seen Paper Mario merch in my life.
Really?
Yep.
Have we looked for it?
No, but I've never seen.
Damn.
Oh,
Maybe I
okay.
should just buy. I guess we have. We have physical Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door.
And I believe I actually have Super.
I do too, but I don't know if it's in this apartment.
I think I have it in it. the only Super Mario official marketing is skins from China. Like skins. This game.
Seph probably goes even with Diddy. Sephiroth beats Diddy. Really great matchup. Everyone agrees. Are you going to watch the Japan tournament? I wasn't considering it, but I mean, I might. Depends on what I'm up to. Who's your favorite Donkey Kong character? Oh no. Who's yours?
Mine?
Favorite Donkey Kong character? B said her favorite is Dixie. Oh, I did. I was always big on DK and Diddy specifically.
So, how about Diego?
When I was a kid, I couldn't read, and I like would make up names for them sometimes. Well, like obviously I couldn't read when I was that young, but like I still played a lot of games. I would use like the 64 controller upside down because my hands weren't big enough. Like I would ask my dad to read and tell me what to do. Like, and I called Diddy Diego. I don't know why. Apparently, I don't know if my dad told me I called him that or if my sister told me I called him that. I don't know if it's because of like Dora the Explorer or something.
Oh my god, I forgot about Go Diego. Oh,
Wait, that sounds like that was before that time.
it was definitely.
Maybe I was just a weirdo.
Yeah, how'd you know? There you go.
Who knows? Majin, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you. Next tournament is Battle BC, I think. That reminds me that I need to get Momocon travel stuff as well. I'm sure there's something.
I looked.
They're trolling.
I looked on eBay. If it existed.
Yeah.
Also, Mario. My grandparents.
I didn't kill. That was kind of cool though. What's happening?
Do I even start the stage?
No. That one makes sense. That one makes sense. I'm a counter spammer on Seph. I don't care. I feel like with me, I'm either. I feel like it's like. I either forget about it or I use it too much. Like right now, I'm using it too much. He looks very relaxed. Well, it's also with Sephiroth counter, sometimes it's literally one of the only like quote unquote moves that will be like consistent, but they have to hit you. Like in terms of frame data, like sometimes in certain spots, like there's not a lot to rely on. So you kind of have to be like, you want to get creative or hit hard, sometimes you gotta counter. Fuck, it didn't crash. Yeah, I think it was the Pikmin that kind of screwed me up. I knew it. I feel like I've never seen double blue and a white. Yo! Optimal! That's a frame perfect confirm. Or is it 2 frames? I think that was bad DI. I think they tried the DI down tilt maybe.
Like crashing hard, he's just he's on the bed like what? Oh, wait.
Almost everyone in the world does that, Marcus. It's a lot of fun when they do that. Look how much better Shiny Greninja looks than the one they put in Smash.
Is this real?
Oh, fuck. No. I don't think. I mean, I don't know much about Greninja Sephiroth, but I don't know. I've never seen that platform tech chase option in my life. That was a cool angle. Grab the ledge after. Stuff like that is cool. I thought he was gonna Shadow Sneak. I've never countered that before. I have no idea what happens. The heck is that? No way. He's gonna side B? No? Holy! Don't roll. You got it. Maybe I need to do something that isn't forward smash when I'm going for the roll. I don't think I should Octa Slash either though. Just gotta, I don't know, dash stack. Side B is like, oh, geez. Side B is one I do all the time. I'll be right back. Is it 5? It's time to pull out the secret character you've been working on. I haven't decided.
Wait, why'd you ask this 5?
Huh?
Yes, it is.
Because Swine Up Day ends at 5.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm stuck with more special research.
I actually forgot you were even doing that. I just said it to get the chat hype. You know who I really like? I really like Meta Knight.
Let's just play Kirby.
I was gonna do a tandem mouse sandwich. Do you want to play Kirby after that?
Let's...
When is the next Kirby Return to Dreamland stream? That stream has never happened. I don't like Lucina. I like Lucina more in Smash 4. I actually played Lucina in tournaments in Smash 4. Like, towards the end, I would just go to my locals and just play Lucina. Towards the end of Smash 4, that is. Please pick up MK. I need someone to teach me though. Wait, doesn't Lucky play some Meta Knight? I should talk to Lucky.
Up Meta Knight?
Why not?
Copying Leo.
Copying Leah.
Copying him.
I still like Wolf.
I will say I was there for Meta Knight. DDD doubles.
I like Meta Knight and DDD a lot. I like both of them.
I didn't know.
Moxie has a good Meta Knight. Yeah, she does. I could talk to Moxie too. Leo, bruh. I don't want to talk to Leo about Meta Knight. I don't think I would get that much out of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Not because he's so far advanced, but it's because he doesn't care that much about Meta Knight. In this game. Like, I need someone that's like passionate to like tell me all the stupid shit. Like, if you wanted to learn some stuff about Wolf, would you talk to me or Charlie? I would talk to Charlie every day of the week. But if I want to talk about like some tournament weird stuff, maybe I'd talk to me. But if I want to talk about learning the character inside and out, I'm talking to Charlie. Yeah, I want to talk to someone that's like a psychopath. But if you've been playing the character for a couple years, maybe you branch out and talk to me next, you know? Both perspectives are good, sure, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just want to learn everything from like weird stuff no one ever does, like useless stuff, and then all of a sudden you make use for it, you know what I mean? I'm cringe, like don't talk to me about Wolf, talk to Charlie. No, this sandwich is the way to go. I didn't change the game. I want to learn the secret input in a specific matchup on a specific map that only works there. Yeah, like, if someone truly loves the character, they'll just give you a 10-page document on that. Like, if you talk to me about Diddy or Sephiroth, I'll talk about the most useless shit ever. But you gotta find the right person. Like, bro, if you want to learn about Diddy, talk to Rivers or Dodgers or Dakpo. Like, those are crazy people, bro. I didn't finish the Kirby game. I'm actually playing 2 games at once, which is usually not my thing, but I started Final Fantasy VI. But I'm a decent way into Kirby. Where's the other bread? That's the secret, Marcus. You don't have to do it to get the bonuses. I'm sure there's other people for the Diddy, by the way. Please don't be upset if I don't mention you. There's a lot of people that have helped me over the years. Bro, yeah, putting like uncooked tofu on your sandwich is crazy to me. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Who do you think I am? I've never played Xenoblade. You picked up Diddy because I told you the Infinite was gone forever? Are you serious? Like, were you the one that told me that it's super gone? Because that is why I took Diddy seriously. It was you. Okay, if the Infinite came back now, I would feel bad for my opponents. Just imagine playing against me with all the things I've practiced and learned, but the normal Infinite is just back. Spyro and Crash trilogies. That sounds like something that could be up my alley. I'm interested.
I want you to play Spyro. I think you. I low-key want you to play the original one though. I know that it's remastered, but I know they added some like
Yeah.
into it.
No, I would want to play the, but it's probably so nice to play the remakes on the Switch.
I have
like convenient.
really. I hate street. Play. I have a really hard time. Like emulating.
That's a great recommendation, though. I'm actually liking Kirby in the Forgotten Land more than I thought. It reminds me more like it has like faint resemblance to like something like a DK64 or Banjo-Kazooie. Like those vibes are still there. Crisis Core. Crisis Core was something I planned on playing, and I just played a couple games instead. Yeah, I'm playing the Pixel remasters for Final Fantasy 1 through 6. Who knows when I'll play the other ones, but I'm playing 6 right now. Sly Cooper. Yeah, there's so many of those like little, like, not little, but like not Nintendo, but like Nintendo adjacent feeling kind of games that I like I've never played or just forget exist. There's like Ratchet and Clank and stuff too. Oh shit. Sony associated 3D platformers. Yeah, you worded it better than I did. Monkey Ball is amazing. I definitely played those games as a kid, but never like completed them or anything. I never completed anything as a kid because I'd play something for 20 minutes and then play something else because all my games were like just hand-me-downs from my brother. So I had everything ever. I feel like I became a conscious human being, like playing a video game to try to complete it and do anything I could was like Gen 3. It was like all of a sudden I was alive. Smash was something that was always such a big deal to me in my life. Like in 64, like I'd bring it to my dad's work, like my 64, set it up. I'd play it in my mom's room while she got ready for the day, like play it at home normally, like every day. I loved Melee so much because just more characters, like characters were always the thing that brought me to Smash. Like same thing with Ultimate, like whenever, or Smash 4, like anytime I needed a spark of inspiration, like they'd add a DLC character, and like regardless if it was good or bad, like it keeps you playing and it keeps things interesting. Like I'm pretty simple, like the more characters the better for me in Smash. Like it's exciting. I loved Melee, and I loved all the weird ways to unlock all the characters, especially because I wasn't really using the internet. I was so young, so like it was so mysterious and weird. And then like Brawl, like I would check the Brawl website every day on like the family computer, or like go to my aunt and uncle's house and check it. Like I was so excited for Wario and Diddy. I had no idea who the fuck Snake was, but it was cool. When did you enter your first tournament? My first tournament was Apex 2013. I'm from Jersey, so it was a good one. Like it was the biggest Brawl tournament. And I played Brawl in Project M. My brother took me, like I took a day off of school. I won a couple sets in PM or something like that, like 1 or 2 sets. Went 0-2 in Brawl. Didn't even stay for the rest of the tournament. Just went to the car and cried. My brother was probably like, what the fuck is this gym doing? And then I told him I was gonna be like the best player in the world. I don't even remember what he said, but I don't think he thought I was being serious. My brother doesn't play Smash though. None of my family even watches me play. Or at least it's rare if they do. I've never felt I want to be the best thing. Like you've never had that feeling for something?
I haven't.
I wish I didn't feel it for everything I fucking do.
Felt it.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm okay at this.
It's like a blessing and a curse. All I care about. If I do something, I have to fucking do it 100%. You hear it, Ramby? I was like, we were a sports family, and like my dad was like my mother and my father had my oldest brother. Well, like I have 2 siblings, an older brother and a younger sister, and we were a big sports family. But my parents were young when they had my brother, so they were very strict and like I guess learning. I guess by they I mean my dad. So my brother was really good at sports, but really like my dad was very, very strict about it. So he kind of like softened up a little bit with my sister and I, because there's a big age gap. But he was still like serious about me doing sports. Like I played basketball for a long time. I was really big on running for a long time. I didn't really like baseball, but I still did it for a while. Just like mostly running and basketball. But I never really got super competitive, and I was a very shy and like nervous kid. And I never really did much just because of that. And it sucked because I was like, damn, maybe I'm just not, like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, because it's like, damn, my brother was really good at all this stuff, but I'm not. And I can tell my dad's like kind of like bored at how mid I am at everything. And then I found Smash and I was like, oh, okay, I am definitely from the same bloodline as my father and my brother. Because I'm like super try hard at something and motivated. I was like, oh, okay. I just didn't find what I wanted to do yet. If anything, maybe I'm worse than them. You know what I mean? So it's hard to explain how they feel about Smash because it depends on which part of it is. Like, at first it was like they would rather me go to college or do something else, like, even if when I was doing well. So Blue, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you. It's like my brother took me to my first Smash 4 tournament and I won, and he's like, oh, this is weird. You're pretty fucking good at this. Because we walked into the venue and like people kind of knew who I was and were saying I was gonna win, and my brother's like, what are they talking about? You're good at this? And it kind of just went from there. But I was so young and like I wasn't doing as well in school the more I took Smash seriously, mostly because I wasn't showing up. So that was frustrating for everyone. Because it's not like I was making money or like sponsored or like, you know, there was no tangible thing to be like, this is good. But eventually I got sponsored, and like a couple things like I think gave me a little bit of leniency with my family. Like being on ESPN for Evo, like that's something like the older generation can understand, like it's a household name. Or having an article and being sponsored, like that's something that's like tangible and they can kind of get a grasp on how successful you are. And I think that was a nice little starting thing, but to this day they would rather me do something else in terms of like for their own comfort, because this is a weird job and it's not like it's like the stability is strange sometimes. Like, I don't know, like I never was really motivated or knew what I wanted to do, but the second I got a hold of Smash, it's like I couldn't stop, and I was really motivated and wanted to do something with it. And it's so like invigorating because you go from, I guess, like that part of your heart or your brain, like it feels like it's never been awakened before, and the second it is, it's like, oh snap, I'm a real person, like I'm alive, I want to do this. And like a lot of people in the Smash community were very motivating too, and like they believed in me and like let me know that they thought I could, you know, be the best or win a big tournament. Like that was helpful too. Like people like Marcus, if he's still in the chat, like some of the tri-state guys I grew up with, like they believe in me or like help me get to a tournament, like, and that was really nice. And like I also moved out at a young age, so I had a lot of rough experiences because I wasn't really independent at all. It was all just Smash. So my parents also like kind of regret that, and they wish like things were done a little differently. So I think they're a little bitter to Smash sometimes because of that, because I had some rough days. But yeah, I think now that I'm closer to my family, like, and I'm doing well, and I have like revenue from a handful of different things, and it's a bit more stable, like they're a little more accepting. What do you think about talent, hard work? Dude, it's kind of hard to get into this because it's such a, like, that topic is gonna take forever to talk about, like my true thoughts, and like, 'cause that's the type of thing I love to talk about, but like at the same time it's like maybe I shouldn't even start it in this stream. I'll rant forever. I also don't think of it as like an argument. It's more so it's just interesting. It's not like one is better. It's like it's just interesting. Some people get pretty heated about talent versus hard work because I think they might group themselves in with one of the two. And they might get a little like their feelings hurt a little bit. But I don't think that's what the topic's about. Do you think you will still be playing Smash 10 years? 10 years, so I'll be 35? No idea. It's not, I don't think it's worth even thinking about or answering. Huh? I'm okay. Depends. Depends on my life situation, like what I want to do, like there's so many things that can happen in between now and 10 years from now. If they keep falling out of my Octaslashes, maybe I won't be around. I don't know if y'all saw that today. How consistently my Octaslashes weren't working. I feel like it has to be the hit lag from the Pikmin. Do you think a healthy diet, good physical health helps you perform as a Smash player? I think it's more important than playing the game. At least for me specifically. I think if I dedicated a week to like diet and like exercise, and like went to a tournament, I'd perform better than if I played the game for a week straight and that was it. I'd bet money. Like even if it was like a major tournament, I would go in thinking I was gonna win the whole thing if I was like that rigorous with my routine going into it. I would bet on myself. Not that other people don't do this kind of thing, but just because I would be playing really well. Like that's how much more important it is than playing the game to me currently. J-Mook said the same thing. J-Mook is a very inspirational person. That's a champion right there. How much Smash do you play currently? I average like 2 hours a day. It's just like a number I decided on for like a couple years ago, and I've kind of stuck to it. Sometimes I do a little less, sometimes I do a little more, but it's usually 2 hours. How much time do you spend in the lab versus playing? It usually averages to like never being in the lab currently. Unless there's something I want to learn. So it's just a weird variable. I'm very big on experimenting in matches. So the whole like in the lab versus practicing thing is basically one thing to me. Kind of like one of those things where it's like why not both at the same time? Well, it's not like my family isn't. They're supportive, they just don't actively watch or know much about the game. But they're happy when I win, they want to be updated, like, especially like B will update them throughout the weekend, like, a little easier for her to do it than me. When I was younger, it would upset me. Like I kind of wanted them to be more invested, but I never really told them that. But then there's like another side to it that over the years that I kind of thought about. My family's kind of like we're a family, but we're also very like individualistic and separate. But I think that's why like we're so motivated or like can like really put our minds to something. I think it's just how my family functions. Like we're very separate yet like obviously still a family, like, but when we're doing something like we can't be bothered, you know what I mean? Like we're focused on it. Love what I have with my family, but emotionally leaning on each other can definitely be draining. Yeah, that's definitely not a thing in my family. If anything, we're uncomfortable, like, leaning on each other. We don't know what to do. And it bleeds into my lifestyle and stuff, like, you know, it's something you gotta learn. When dealing with, like, people that aren't even your family, right? Like, relationships and friends, and it's like, my biggest way to show like love and appreciation is like, hey, I'll buy you dinner. I'll buy you something cool. It's like, it's one of the main ways I show love. Like, I don't know how else to hey, I appreciate you. I'll pay for your dinner. Because it's what my dad did for me growing up. Or like, if I was having an issue with Smash, my answer was to play 3 times more hours and not sleep or eat. And like, I was just growing up, that's what I thought you had to do. And then like, if I take a day break, whether it's intentional or not, and then I play like incredible, I'm like, what the heck? Then you start diving into that side of things. But it's like, there's definitely a lot of aspects to me that are definitely like traditional, like work until you bleed kind of thing. Like, what do you mean taking a break you can do something better? What the fuck? Meditation helps? What is this bullshit? I'm not supposed to play for 10 hours a day until I can't fucking function? I thought that's how you get better.
Like you would probably.
Yeah.
I used to wake up for work and you still be. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I work in a factory and my coworker meditates while working, happiest guy ever. Like, that's really cool to hear. Like, that's so interesting.
Maybe? I've never tried. No.
I also have like a lot of health issues that can't be avoided kind of thing. Like, you know, Crohn's disease or whatever, and some things that come with that. So sometimes, like, when things aren't going well, whether like mentally or health wise or like Smash, like, I will do things just out of anger. Like, I'm mad at myself in the world and I'm going to just play Smash until I'm the best player ever and I'm going to fuck everyone up. Like, it's like out of anger, like playing. And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing, but it leads into me just doing hours and hours and hours of overworking myself. Whether that's like exercise or Smash. Like, regardless of what I'm dealing with, I'm just going to like work way more than I could have ever thought I could, just out of pure rage. Or like, I'll think about something someone said, whether they meant it to be like malicious or not. Or I'll think of one moment in a loss and I'll just replay it in my head over and over and over, and then work out or practice. Like, getting good at a spite is hype as fuck. I feel like that's something not even a lot of people know about me, but that's like probably a big portion, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just grudges and spite, like just non-stop.
Oh.
Battle VC?
10.
Oh.
I was genuinely afraid for that to happen.
And it's like excitement and anger at the same time. It's like you just start working harder because someone did something. Yeah. Or sometimes I turn something that is, they're not even trying to be negative. Like, someone says blah 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 about my skill level or something, or like someone beats me or something, like, especially like growing up, because I felt so weak growing up, right? Like, I was a little scared in sports, like didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, like, so like it's like I just want to fight and fight and fight to make up for all of that. All right, I'm gonna tell a story about one of my bigger motivators currently. So I was at Summit, and disclaimer before I do this, I don't think anyone did anything wrong or anything. This just motivated me, okay? Take this how you will. But when I was at Summit, Proto's coach and Watch came up to me, and they offered me like Japanese snacks. Super cool. I ate all that stuff. I think I took it home and B tried some stuff too. So that was very nice of them. And his coach said he was a big fan, he wanted to play, and I was like, of course. We played like a couple games. He saved the replays, like he asked to save them for whatever reason, just to look at them, he said. And then he asked me a couple questions about my decision making and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm talking about Diddy Kong. Like, it's like, that's like my happiest moment, you know what I mean? Like talking about all the weird stuff I do with Diddy. And then a couple hours later, they're all just like crowded around the setup, just like watching the replays. And I'm just like, oh, they just got me. They just tricked me. And now they're like using the replays to like prepare for Proto and I's like set in groups. And I was like, oh, they fucking got me. Like, why did I fall for that?
It's so evil. That's literally like mob tactics. It's so fucked up.
Like it all clicked like, oh, of course they're asking all those questions. Like I was just so happy to talk about like a niche Diddy situation. I'm like, oh, you're so curious. Awesome. And I was super, like, I was pretty motivated from then on.
You could use a real word.
I was pissed.
There you go.
And I was like fuming. So he beats me in the first set, and I could not function for the rest of the day. I was just like, because I have this mental list in my head of people I want to beat, but it's always for one human being. Like I want to beat that one person so bad that they're the only person I want to beat. The rest of it, like I play to win, blah blah blah, but like it's different. So I finish up the day. I make it. I find out that I could get a chance to play Proto again. So I make it through the day. I play like SkyJ or whatever. I'm just raging. Like after I played SkyJ, I like raged and like was like slamming my water bottle and like fucking raging. And it's like people are like, he won. Like what is going on? And I'm pretty sure Marcus is like, I think I know why. And so I just the whole night I just watched the VOD, just thought about beating Proto, and I was like, not only do I want to beat Proto, I want to beat him more than just once. Like he is number one on my list for the foreseeable future. And it's like it's just a good motivator for the whole tournament, not even just for playing Proto again. So I had to play Apollo Kage round 1, and
you were like, sorry.
And I was just like mentally I was just like, I'm so sorry, Apollo Kage, but you have 0% chance of beating me, because I have to make it to Proto. And then Riddles like warmed up with me and Marcus a little bit, and Riddles was like, yeah, we're gonna play each other in semis, like let's do it. And like I'm trying to be nice, but I'm like, bro, I want you to lose so bad. I'm so sorry. Like in my head I'm like, Riddles, I'm sorry, but like 1, I think you're going to lose, and 2, I hope you lose, because if Proto wins once and I win once, then we play. So I make it to Proto, and it was game 5 and I won and I popped off. I think that's like my only pop off that tournament. Like, but like even after, I'm like, I need to play him a couple more times until I'm happy. Like it just motivated me the whole weekend.
You remember what you...
And it's funny because I was complaining to my, like not complaining, but I was really like kind of upset. I couldn't really get motivated because Light wasn't there, and I didn't realize how much I was relying on practicing with him, because he gets me so heated. Like it's such a hard matchup. He's such a little asshole. Like and he beats me a lot in the games, and like I was legit getting depressed not having Light around because I couldn't get like fired up.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh brother.
And then
you miss him more than me.
And then the Proto thing happened, and I was like, damn, like okay, like This, like, I needed that. And yeah, ended up being like a very like competitive weekend in my own brain. Just how things worked out, I guess. Yeah. Were you pissed during the SkyJ set? I don't even remember most of the set. I was so angry.
I think you were like annoyed. Like at that point, because you were texting me. You just seemed like you didn't tell me what happened.
Yeah, I didn't tell B what happened for a while.
I knew you were pissed that you lost, because obviously, but you seemed like so fucking like bothered by everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I was it ended up, you know, just being a good motivator for the main bracket, and it kind of reminded me of Port Priority 2, not number 2, Port Priority 7. And it was like I lost to Kronos really early, and I was so pissed. I wanted to go home. I was like, this is pointless. And it's like so daunting knowing how far you're gonna have to go to win the tournament. And then it's like a shining ray of hope. I find out that I can get the run back if I make it far enough. And like all the complaints and like being upset was gone. It was just fight until you play Kronos again. And it just helped me a lot. And then, yeah, that's kind of how I work, for better or worse sometimes. Like, just super... I'm just too angry, man. Yeah, it is a pretty wild story.
Do you remember what you texted me after you won?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So funny. You didn't text me for like 10 minutes afterwards, and then you just said that.
Like, when I was like in the car, like, because like they like shuttle the players from the venue to from the hotel to the venue, and I'm just like in the car, and I'm just like, why am I shaking? Like, it's just, I was so angry. Like I hadn't even played Apollo Kage yet. I'm just shaking. Like, I'm just so mad. Oops. I'll do it one more sandwich.
It was so evil. It's evil.
Like, in my head, I tried to use it as a thing, like, yeah, I got kind of tricked, but like, mentally, let me try to use it as an advantage. Like, oh, like, I'm gonna do different things than I did in those friendlies, or like, it's gonna motivate me even more, and that's what I tried to do, with a hint of rage. Like, I tried to view it in my head as like they made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't have done that. Now I'm going to win because of it. Like, that was my motivator.
It just sucks because it feels like everyone in the initial interaction, like, goodwill all around. Like, oh, we're just talking about Smash because we love Smash, and as a fan that doesn't get to do this often.
It's just scary because sometimes like there's like a pendulum with it. Like, if I dive too much into that kind of mindset, like, I'll play poorly. Or like there's certain matchups where like I'll play really badly because of how angry I am. So it's like you got to try to work with it.
I've seen
but
it go like
it can go either way, you know what I mean?
What comes to mind is past gen, well, actually it's past gen.
Yeah.
But the Genesis before that as well.
Where it didn't like go into the game at all. It was it was just pure anger, yeah.
Pissed.
But that's another thing to be like kind of thankful for Light, because like Light will beat me in a set and then just say something crazy. Like say like I'm the best, like I'm in your head, and I'm just like, That sentence alone, I will think about it for the rest of my entire life until we play again. So like, it's so motivating.
I've never seen that. It was so funny because everyone else like did not take it seriously. Like there's a bunch of people in our room after. I'm dying. I have a fever, and I just want to stop fucking hearing you say that you're light. Everyone's like, "Oh, get over it, bro. Like you guys are just gonna play friendlies tomorrow, anyways. Like shut up."
It's just sometimes little things like that, like it won't be just motivating for the weekend. It's just like motivating for a lifetime, you know.
When's the last time we've been seen? And did y'all get to class?
Well, Light wasn't at Summit. So.
Oh wow, so it was pre-Hawaii.
Last time I saw Light was at Collision. It was a while ago.
Y'all didn't even like.
Thoughts on Mafia? Okay, I actually want to talk about this.
Oh
no. Not what you think. Not what you think. Not about like who played well, who played bad.
Okay.
I want to talk about why I like playing Mafia with smashers that I know. So I take a lot of notes and I study a lot of, you know, psychology, like body language, like, and I've known these people for years. I know what they're like when they're nervous. I know what they're like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know their tendencies. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'm just a weirdo, whatever. So I like playing Mafia because sometimes my reads are wrong, whatever. I can't read fucking minds, but a lot of the time my reads are right. And I'm sure people who played in the games or watched the games know this is true. I'm usually right if it's someone I know. I'm pretty good at this. That's all I'm saying. And some of those people in the Mafia games didn't trust me enough. Just saying. So next time, there might not ever be a next time. Oh gosh, that's depressing. Trust me. Just trust me next time, please. But it's also broken because if I actually convince people to trust me, like in some of those games, like if I'm Mafia, then I can just win. Because they're trusting me too much. But I prefer to be town. I like to watch. Like, bro, if you put Jude in the Mafia game, I would just be staring at him the whole time. Like, anything you do, I will know exactly if you're town or Mafia.
I'm really bad. I can't keep a straight face for him.
Charles is a weird one. Like, Charles and Haz are weird because, like, I know them more for, like, not exactly, like, their Smash tendencies. Like, so I hang out with them more than I play Smash with them. Charles is a little easier because I've played a lot of Smash with Charles. But when you play someone in tournament a handful of times, you learn about them as people. So you will be able to tell if they're Mafia or town. You just can. And that's why it's fun. That's why I play.
Cheese to me.
You want to go somewhere?
I don't want to go.
You want to go out to eat?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Leo and I want to play doubles. I told him, like, bro, I don't play a lot of doubles.
He has big shoes to fill.
You better help me.
And we got 7. Tell me. Where can I get awesome?
But yeah, we're doing content for sure. But doubles is something that I'm nervous about because it's like when Leo plays doubles, he gets like top 2. When I play doubles, I don't play doubles. Like I have some things on my doubles resume, but I just don't play it. Like I played doubles with Mars at Level Up, and that was great. I had a lot of fun. I just love the way he plays Smash. I think he's fantastic at doubles. He's just a good friend. Bless you. But I had never played Diddy or Sephiroth in doubles before, and those are my 2 mains. So I played some Wario, like I had never used them in doubles, and I've been using them for years. Like I just hadn't played doubles. So it's just like,
Bro, why was you really going so hard in doubles?
Early's good. I think Seph is kind of good in doubles. I used him. When I play doubles in my head, I don't think he's that good. But it went okay. A lot of the times when I've played doubles and won like big tournaments, I feel like it's usually just my teammate being crazy. Like I played with Leo once, felt like he just won the tournament for me.
Yeah, like
Won a few tournaments with, yeah. Won a few tournaments with Mars. Feels like he's just crazy.
Alright.
What is this?
Pizza?
I should.
You're not gonna?
I'll get sick, I think. Feel like his weight is extra bad in doubles. Well, it's more so like you just can't breathe. I feel like Sephiroth likes to work at a specific range, and doubles you're just gonna be spamming like grab and neutral air, right? So I have this weird thing where I don't play a lot of doubles, but if I do play it, I'm playing to win. And then I get angry when I don't win, and it's like, why am I angry? I don't play or practice doubles. And then it bleeds into singles, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to perform in singles. I'm just such a angry tryhard. Like, so if I play doubles, I'm usually putting a lot of trust in someone. Like Mars. Like, I'll put my trust in him. Diddy in doubles is odd. I'd have to talk to people or like play with my partner. Like, I feel like I'd be a lot more comfortable in doubles if we played, if the person I was playing with, like we played outside of the event itself. Because a lot of the dynamic with top players in doubles, at least when I played in Smash 4, was just like, all right, which top player doesn't have a teammate? And I hated that aspect of it. Or you're just playing with the same top player every tournament and it feels like a cool little static thing, but you're only playing doubles with them at the tournaments. Like, just remember, doubles is basically a side event. I know, but like I hate losing.
He doesn't do anything for you guys should know that at this point.
Even the shiny hunting thing.
This is, yeah, you think he's having fun doing this?
I view this as my job. But you're right. I'm wrong. Don't get it twisted. You're correct.
You're right, but he doesn't. That logic doesn't apply.
Okay.
Fibonacci, thank you for the prime. Thank you very much. What's crazy to me is you don't give off any rager energy as of recent on stream at tournaments. I work very hard at it. Because I feel like, you know, as helpful as my motivation is sometimes, like there's a lot of things that I try to work on because I want to be as complete of a competitor as I can. Like, you know, exercise, try to diet a little better, like meditate, like, you know, read sports psychology books. Shiny? Let's fucking go. But it's also because of how scary my low points are, and I'm trying to really stay ahead of myself. Because as great of a compliment as that is, that y'all think my mental is good and stuff, like just my past few streams, I'm just angry the whole time. Like, so I try to make some drastic changes. So that's why the people who know me, I feel like really know me, because like I'm not afraid to tell them how I think, and they kind of they know the full picture, I guess. But that's why I stream my practice, because I feel like I'm trying to hold myself accountable. Like, hey, if you get really bad, like this is on camera and that's going to be embarrassing. So it helps quite a lot. And that's why I think a lot of the time I barely speak, because I'm actively working on myself. And when people are asking like, oh, what do you think of this matchup, or oh, blah 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 blah, like, it's not like I don't want to interact with the chat, but it takes energy and I might end up slipping up. So like the whole like Tweek doesn't talk thing, I feel like it's because of how serious I take those moments. Like I'm putting myself on camera because I'm holding myself accountable. And when I slip up, it's very disappointing. And that's why I make drastic changes. And I also like to think I'm a nice person. So when I complain about my opponent's character, or when I say stuff like and complain, I feel bad afterwards, and because, you know, I don't want to hate anyone, like I don't hate any players or anything like that, like, so I don't want to make anyone else uncomfortable either. So it's like, if I find myself slipping, it's like I make drastic changes ASAP. My autopilot is good. I can speak while I play. But it's not about like not playing well, it's more so about like I'm working on something specific. I feel like you do a good job separating the player from the character from the player. I think so too. I feel like even on my bad days, it's mostly just me complaining like a little whiny baby about characters. So I can like, that's okay, but it's still not like, it's not healthy, so. Yeah, like I said, putting it on stream helps a lot, because I can only slip up so much because I'm on camera. Like, I'm definitely not gonna super lose my shit, and that's helped a lot over the years. Like, hey, a couple hundred people are watching you practice, so don't fuck up. And then I also have like I don't know what to call it, but like, it's a little toxic, but like, I don't want to show weakness to my opponents or my chat, or like, so when I do, I regret it very heavily. How much do you interact with the Smash community outside of friends or streaming? They asked how much do I interact with the Smash community outside of friends or streaming. I think that's it, right?
0. Hey. Don't even go.
Are you still hunting despite finding the shiny? I'm confused. Oh yeah. I'm hunting for, like, when Tandem Mouse evolves, there's a 1% chance there's a rare family of 3. So even though I got the shiny, I have to evolve it. to see if it's the one I want. Because I've gotten like 50 Tandemers, but it's always the... I want a rare form. That's why when you hit the most scrumptious combo, your face is blank. I guess. It's like, it's hard for me to acknowledge it because, like, not only do I think getting frustrated or raging is like a slip up, I also think the other side of the spectrum is a slip up too.
Oh yeah, dude. Like after like if someone's like playing and they like pop off mid set, he's like they're losing. Like they're gonna lose this.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just fucking do. Like you use so much energy to jump out of your chair and scream and
yeah. It's just not what I'm working on, at least when I practice. So it's and I'm also legitimately pretty big on like there's such thing as being popping off too hard or getting too happy while you're playing. Like I think a middle ground is important.
like,
Same thing like when if I win or lose a tournament, like let's say it's win a tournament, like I'm usually pretty big to like get back to practicing. And I'm usually big on like not celebrating too much. Like I'll do a little pop off, but a lot of the time it's because it feels like the crowd wants me to.
Like, I don't even like go out to eat sometimes like, after you win.
Yeah, there's not a lot of celebrating. It's like I want it to be like I keep using the word pendulum, but that's what it feels like. I don't want to sway too much on one side. The pop off after beating light at collision though, exactly. I regret that. And it's weird because you're fighting for your life, but you also want to win the whole tournament. So it's like, it's hard to keep yourself in check.
I think it was cool though, cause like, there.
Yeah, I think I had extra pressure because I wanted to win in front of my sister. And my dad was showing up any minute too, and I was like, if my dad gets here and I'm not even in the tournament anymore, like...
I was fucking fearing that because he was so late. I was like, where is he?
Yeah. Have you ever gone into matches like angry with the I hate that fucking guy mentality? Yeah, all the time. And sometimes I don't like that. But it's a big motivator. Like I just kind of told a story where it was like a similar kind of thing. Like I'm a competitor. I can't help it. I don't even hate light. In fact, I like light a lot. Like more than pretty much anyone, like in terms of players, because like it's not like it's a one-time occurrence. Like he brings that shit every fucking time. Like
the way that y'all grind together is, I don't like.
Yeah.
It's not like scary, but like if I'm seeing you guys like at Ludwig's, for instance, in Vegas, I like saw you guys like you disappeared from the venue after you left. Normal. I look down, like, you know, I'm like up. There's like the balcony in ESA. I'm like up there. And me and Tyler like wondering where you are. And he's like, is that him right there? And you're just sitting there like, just fucking like leaned in, like, and you and Light are just grinding. I was like, oh, well, now I'm definitely not gonna go try and find him.
Yeah,
I'll let him
like,
do his thing.
Like Light's like one of my favorite people because of all that stuff. While at the same time hating his guts, but it's like a good thing, you know? Morse code, thank you for the 60 months, thank you very much. Yeah, he's a rival. It's what he was born to be. He's the protagonist, blah blah blah. That's him.
Who's Yugi and who's...
Huh?
I said, who's Yugi?
No idea. I prefer Kaiba. But I know Light wants to play me again because I won the last time. It's just how it goes. Never ends.
Going to battle BC?
Sometimes my ego is so large, it's like, all right, don't call me blah 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 X character and the other person's Y character. It's like, fuck that. I'm myself. My ego's just that large that I can't even have a fun conversation. What's up?
I said, is he going to battle B?
I have no idea. It's crazy that you win those matchups because they are free as fuck for Fox. Free's an understatement, dude. Holy shit. He is going. There you go. No, I know who I'm warming up with. See, that makes my life easy, right? It could be the same thing for Light sometimes, though. Like, how does he win versus fucking Meister sometimes? Like, holy shit. They should give Fox Cloud up B. Are you saying this because you play Fox? If Fox's Out of Shield was like that. I used to think Wolf was so much better. I thought Wolf was better for most of Ultimate. I've been pretty sold on Fox being better for a while, though. I still can't believe you took a Sephiroth. That is crazy. I cheesed him, I feel like, though. Which is like, what else are you gonna do? What else? What did you think of the Mudays winning video? I watched it, but I kind of forget some things. All I know is Mudays is hilarious and a great player. Fox just force you to be your prime self. Primal. How about primal? You just have to fight with instincts. Because if you try to be good at the game, you're just gonna die. He's too fast. You just have to be feral. Also, that video is good because Mute said my characters are hard to win with, so. Which I wouldn't have expected him to say otherwise, because I think a lot of people know my characters are really hard. But I was like, phew. And he said something interesting to me before I watched. He's like, hey, I made this video, and I noticed you were the only, like, high-ranked player that uses, like, only, like, you don't use, like, one easy character, one hard character. He said you use, both your characters are hard. He said that was rare when he was like assessing a lot of things. He said it was me and actually DeBuzz, because DeBuzz like has that weirdo lineup, right? Like Olimar, Rosa, like that's some weird shit. He said those were like two like outliers. That was good for my ego, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I work harder than everyone. I'm different. Yeah, Min changes the variables a little bit for DeBuzz, but I would say he uses the other two more often, though. So it still kind of applies. Who's on the list to beat now? Proto. That's it. Proto don't be competing too much besides Summit lately, so I wonder when y'all fight again. That's a good thing then. Then he'll be on the list for a while. It'll be a nice moment when it happens. Apologies in advance. How's the luck been today? One shiny. What's up, Alex? I want to beat Akola, but like I want to beat everyone very badly. Don't get me wrong. The list only changes so much. It's like more of like a personal thing. But I want to beat everyone. I do want to beat Akola for sure. But to be kind of fair and honest as well, it's a little weird with Steve because you don't know if he's going to be banned or not. So things get weird with, like, you know, how much do you prepare, and it's just such a weird situation. I'm gonna want to beat him no matter what regardless, but it gets a little weird.
Oh, fine.
Would you still stick with Sephiroth if you play Akola again? I might change things up. I'm gonna develop a more in-depth game plan. I'm already kind of working on it, so we'll see. Don't really have a concrete answer for that, other than the fact that things will be different. I just don't know if character is one of those things. What's your favorite Generation 1 mod? Take a guess. Aren't Steve and Kazuya banned at Low Tide City? I don't know for sure, but that example is a reason why it gets a little weird. At least for the future. Mankey Primate, yeah, y'all are right. It's the Mankey line. The matchup is free for Seth because of counter. Yeah, that one's always funny. I think I had a couple rants about that. If someone says a matchup is free because your option beats something they do first, it's like, uh-oh. Your perception is kind of warped, because it's not like you do an option like first and they struggle with it. It's like, no, they have to do something and then you do something and now you're winning the matchup. It's like, uh-oh, that's not good. But I still think Sephiroth does well in the matchup. I think he probably might even win. I think I played terribly against Akola, which is weird because I saw people saying Tweek played so well, like Steve is just crazy, and it's like y'all are so right and wrong at the same time. You know what I mean? Because like I wasn't playing that well. I feel like I played much better in the past. Like, if anything, I was kind of playing terrified and shitty. And I almost won, so we'll see. Like, it is clear that like the effort ratio is very lopsided, but I don't think I lost because like Steve is so broken. Like like that's like a small part of it, but I think I didn't play that well and I just lost. Yeah, so it's a very tough tournament. Would you ever try Seph against Lucina if Diddy was clicking? Yeah, I actually really enjoy that matchup with Sephiroth. I think Akola would, or not Akola, I think Proto would really test that perception though. Like, if I went Sephiroth into Proto's Lucina, that might give me a little bit of whiplash, but I'm still not against it. I don't think it's this weekend. It's soon though. Apparently it's like a week before Battle BC.
At least I'll have something.
I probably won't play it on the go though. I'll probably just play it a lot before I leave.
Oh yeah, you're not. You play on the plane. Go on play.
What's up?
Play on the plane. May 12th.
I also think like yeah, I definitely played pretty poorly because it's not like Akola does anything crazy or technical. Like I was just very obvious and scared and like just getting abused for it. Like Because Aquila doesn't do anything spectacular in terms of Steve's specific stuff. So it's not like, I think I died at 0 like once or something, but it wasn't like a common occurrence where I just can't play the game. It was more so like I just played poorly. But that does prove how kind of broken Steve is at the same time. But it's okay to consider everything, you know what I mean? I feel like it's okay to be reasonable and honest about like the bigger picture. Oh, do you beat PTS Sephiroth? You are a lot more mobile overall in the air and on the ground. I actually think Charizard does the best for Sephiroth. I think Charizard exploits Sephiroth's out of shield game really well, in like close quarters game, and like the ground speed is really scary. I think there's a lot of aspects where Charizard does the best. It's not even about kill power, it's about just putting Sephiroth in a scary situation over and over. I feel like the other ones don't do that. Like Squirtle's hard to hit, but Squirtle also can't hit you, so if you play it well, which is possible because you're more mobile, then it's good. And then you're faster than Ivysaur as well. It's hard to kill PT, but overall it's like an even matchup or something, or like slight Sephiroth. Sephiroth's neutral can be weird because sometimes if you want a specific follow-up, you have to like you can't just do a rising one. And yeah, sometimes you might you might get confused on which side you're landing on and stuff, because Ultimate's a little finicky with that. If there was a Pokemon Smash game, who would you main just out of personal favoritism and what potential it could have in a platform fighter? I mean, there's a lot of options. Pokemon's like my favorite thing on the planet. I could play Sableye or Grafai or Primeape, well, Annihilate maybe. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god, play Miltank. A heavy that can cover.
Apom. But what if it's Ambipom? No. And Vernape,
Well,
yeah.
they did put Krogunk in Tekken.
Family of 4, family of 4.
You heard me? Could be Apom. Okay.
Yeah. I'd probably play Wurmple or something. That comment is just so funny. It's so like nonchalant and like casual. Like, I'd just play Wurmple.
Best of 5 sets in that game, and you always start as the. You can't.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching. I got 1 shiny in 1 hour. This sucks. Have a good one. Oops. What the